Hamilton and Verstappen react to controversial FIA verdict. A tense wheel-to-wheel battle between Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen at the Austrian Grand Prix has triggered fresh debate after the FIA decided against handing out a penalty. Hamilton welcomed the steward's call, while Verstappen made no secret of his disagreement. Dramatic duel reignites old rivalry. Formula One fans were treated to another intense chapter in the Hamilton-Verstappen rivalry in Austria. With George Russell pulling clear at the front, Verstappen hunted down Hamilton and launched an attack into Turn 3 on lap 11. The Red Bull driver briefly got ahead, but Hamilton immediately fought back, the pair running side by side through the fast sweeping corners. Verstappen was eventually pushed towards the gravel and backed out of the move, before venting his frustration over team radio. "Clear penalty," he said. Their fight resumed after the pit stops, with Verstappen later completing a cleaner move to take the place. FIA delivers its official verdict. The stewards took a close look at the incident, but after reviewing the evidence decided no sanction was necessary. In its official statement, the FIA said, "The stewards reviewed the incident involving cars 1 and 44 and determined that no breach of the sporting regulations had occurred. No further action is required." The ruling brought the matter to a close from the stewards' perspective, leaving the result unchanged. Hamilton backs the stewards. Hamilton had no issue with the verdict and felt Verstappen should have yielded rather than trying to hold the outside line. Speaking after the race, the 7-time world champion described the duel as good fun before responding directly to Verstappen's complaint. "He went off the outside. You don't expect to go around the outside of a champion," Hamilton said. "I wouldn't expect to go around the outside of him there and hold the line. So he was behind at the apex and therefore he should have backed out." Hamilton also made clear that, in his view, the FIA had reached the right conclusion. "If the stewards have looked at it and said there was nothing there, then that is the end of it for me," he added. "We were racing hard, but that is what Formula One is about." Verstappen remains unconvinced. Verstappen, by contrast, was far from satisfied with the outcome. The Dutchman believed Hamilton had forced him off the circuit and made his feelings clear immediately, repeatedly insisting over team radio that it was a clear penalty. After the race, Verstappen stood by that view, even if he accepted the steward's authority. "I respect the decision, but I don't agree with it," he said. "From where I was, it felt like I had nowhere to go. If that is allowed, then we have a very different idea of racing." Although Red Bull did not lodge a formal protest, Verstappen's reaction underlined just how differently the two drivers interpreted the same moment. Ferrari's "race ends in frustration." Despite the excitement of the duel, Hamilton's afternoon faded as tyre degradation took its toll, leaving him to finish 5th. The Briton admitted Ferrari's performance in Austria was a reality check after his breakthrough victory in Barcelona. "The car didn't agree with any of the tyres. It was a very hard race," Hamilton told Sky Sports F1. "I was on the attack and it wasn't looking too bad the first few laps, then my rear just dropped off on every set. The balance was very difficult." Hamilton also said Ferrari must keep pushing for more performance if they are to challenge Mercedes and the other front-running teams consistently. "We're going to have to push really hard to see when we can get the next power upgrade," he explained. "It's not necessarily power, as when you come out of the corner you feel you have the grunt. It's deployment at the end. Ours tails off. Mercedes particularly, keep going," he added. "They've got serious power at the end of the straights, far more than everyone else this weekend, but I don't know where that's coming from." Attention turns to Silverstone. The FIA may have closed the file, but the contrasting reactions from Hamilton and Verstappen are likely to keep the discussion alive heading into the British Grand Prix. Hamilton now heads to Silverstone chasing a record-extending 10th victory at his home race, while Verstappen leaves Austria with a season-best 2nd place but still questioning the steward's interpretation of one of the weekend's most talked-about moments.